Can they be seen, my brothers and sisters? No, they cannot be seen. Unless again they take the form of humans or animals. Because they can take the form of humans and they can take the form of animals. We will explain them in some time, by giving some examples of certain animals that they take the shape of. So as I said, they can take the shape of humans, and we gave some examples, like Suraq ibn Malik, like the man who came to Abu Huraira, radiallahu anhu. And also they like to take, or they can take the shape of animals. Like what? Cats, black. They like the color black, apparently. So like black cat. Not necessarily a black cat or a black dog is a jinni or a shaitan. You know, scorpion, snakes. Okay, like the hadith is in Bukhari as well. In Medina, right? The Prophet ﷺ, when he said that in Medina there was some, he heard that there was some group of jinn, and he says, if you see a serpent or a snake in your house, don't kill them yet. Tell them to leave 3 times. Tell them to leave. Warn them 3 times. If they don't come out, know that it's not a jinn, it's a snake, then kill them. It's in Bukhari. So he warned the Sahaba, he says, "Oh companions, if you see a snake in your home, warn them before you kill them. Warn them first. Say, come out, come out, come out. If they don't come out 3 times, know that they're not a jinn, it's an animal, then go and kill them." So they can take the form of snakes, they can take the form of scorpions, black, whatever, cat, dogs, and horses, so they like to take the form of animals. Ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullah alayhi, he says that the jinn may lead people astray by appearing in the form of saints and righteous people. It did happen. And I was surprised to read and see stuff from people who saw, apparently, you can go to YouTube, you can read a bunch of things about this. People who claim that they saw so-and-so flying. They saw the sheikh and they named the sheikh by name. They saw the sheikh flying. Sheikh cannot fly. That's probably shaitan flying. Or jinn. I'm sorry, there was a friend, one of my students came to me once, some time back, and he says, my mother saw a dream, very, bright man come in, and, he had a long white beard and amama and everything, and he came and he told her, tell Abdul Aziz to shave his beard. In her dream. Tell your son Abdul Aziz, tell Abdul Aziz to shave his beard. So she woke up and says, I saw this man, it's maybe Rasulullah, I don't know. He says, shave your beard. She says, my mother, that's shaitan. He's trying to fool you. He's trying to fool you. So they may appear in form of saints to actually take people and drive people astray. Be careful. Now, so again, can they be seen? We said technically they cannot be seen unless they take the shape of animals or humans. Right? And there are some categories of jinn or shayateen to watch out of. And here I put some, I put 6 categories to pay attention to. There is one kind of jinn or one kind of shaitan that's appointed to whisper at the time of salah. You know who this one is? Khanzab or Khazrab. This one's been pointed to come and whisper to you at the time of salah. So that he make you, forget about how many rak'at you've prayed, or maybe to remember your what you've lost, or to remember the money or your job or whatnot. So he only comes and whisper at you during your prayers. The Prophet ﷺ, he gave us the cue to this. Prior of the salah, he says to say, if you see this, if you feel this whispering happening, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. 3 times you spit air, dry air, Don't shower the brother or the sister, It's just dry air, like this. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. But don't, again, some people, they do it continuously. And then after Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, then it becomes, that's really waswasa. That becomes waswasa. طيب. There's one brother, actually, I may have said this, I don't know what these people, who was whispering to this guy, but he says, Allahu Akbar. He hit this guy next to him, the other guy, he said, sorry, in the middle of the prayer, sorry. The other guy said, it's okay. And what kind of prayers, There's the communication in the salah. Subhanallah. This is not shaitan whispering, this is huma, there are some humans who are shayateen, by the way. There are some human shayateen. When they got together, complotting to kill the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Jahl and the others got together to plotting to kill the Prophet ﷺ. Who was with them? Shaitan, in the form of a sheikh from Najd. And he came in, and everybody was actually, throwing ideas. Abu Jahl came with this magnificent ideas as per them to get people from every tribe and to go and hit the Prophet ﷺ. What did Shaitan say? You're the man. You're the man. I did not think of this. Even Shaitan didn't think of it. You're the man. You. That's the great idea. Shaitan couldn't think of the idea of Abu Jahl. Abu Jahl is the master of shayateen. So just to tell you that sometimes there are humans who are worse than shayateen. Wal-'iyadhu billah. So the shaitan who whispers at the time of salah, the one who likes to separate between husbands and wives, as has been reported in both Bukhari and Muslim, when the master of shayateen, the big shaitan, comes in his gathering, and all his students, small shayateen, they come reporting to him about what they've done, right? They come and they report to the shaitan. So this guy says, I made this man commit adultery. I made this man get into usury. I made this woman go out without hijab. I made this woman remove it. I made this, I made that. And he's taking reports from his, direct reports from his people. And then, one shaitan comes and says, I was able to make a man divorce his wife. He says, you're the man. Come and sit next to me. And he brags about him. The shaitan who succeeds in separating between a husband and his wife. That's why, my brothers and sisters, those who are married, remember, at the time when you're maybe having some sort of conflict or arguing, sit down. Inshallah ta'ala, I'll try to give you an anger management course on how to deal with anger. When you're in such, angry mode, and then, because the shaitan is in your back, go, tell her. And he tell him, and he tells her, don't be quiet, reply back. Are you going to stay quiet? No, don't stay quiet. Tell him, give him, show him, curse him. And this, and that, tell him. If he's a man, tell him to divorce you. Tell him to divorce you if he's a man. And then he divorced her. And then she started crying. Oh, Ibadallah, what's it? But you told him to divorce you. He did. No, it wasn't me. It was actually somebody was telling me to say, then you have to be careful, my brothers and sisters. Seek refuge in Allah from the shaitan. It is nothing but from the shaitan. Because that's what he's trying to do. To make you separated, from each other. Do not fall in that trap, the trap of the shaitan. There is the other jinn or the other shaitan who triggers fights in markets. There are those who are just specialize in going to markets, and they just sit there and waiting for people to come and trigger the fights between people in markets. The one who beautifies lies to people. It's only a white lie. It's okay. I had to survive. I had to lie. So the shaitan comes and tells you, you have to lie.